Sometimes I like to close my eyes and imagine what it'd be like when summer does come.
The summer of 2020 wasn't a typical one for Disney fans, but the future looks bright. Here's what we know about Disney's live-action reboots so far. The 101 Dalmatians spin-off with Emma Stone playing a young Cruella de Vil was lucky to wrap production before the industry-wide shutdown in 2020. But the studio decided to bump its release from December 2020 well into 2021. Directed by I, Tonya filmmaker Craig Gillespie, Cruella is currently set to be the first live-action reboot to hit theaters after Mulan. Filming on The Little Mermaid was set to begin in March 2020 when the pandemic forced Disney to press pause on the Rob Marshall-directed reboot. Grownish star Halle Bailey, who will play Ariel in the film, told Entertainment Tonight in May the delay won't affect casting. So we can still expect Melissa McCarthy to play Ursula, with Awkwafina as the voice of Scuttle, Daveed Diggs as the voice of Sebastian, and Jacob Tremblay as the voice of Flounder. Plus, this just gives Lin-Manuel Miranda more time to put the finishing touches on 4 new original songs he's writing for the movie, along with original composer Alan Menken. Though it's still in development, the remake of 1997's Hercules is generating a lot of buzz for Joe and Anthony Russo, the guys who brought you a tiny little movie called Avengers: Endgame.
Whatever it takes.
The pair aren't directing, but have made clear the film won't be as faithful an adaptation as Jon Favreau's reboot of The Lion King. Instead, Anthony Russo says to expect something inspired by the animated film with some new elements. The studio hasn't attached a director just yet, but Disney has hired Dave Callaham to write the script after seeing what he did with Shang-Chi. One name that continues to generate a lot of casting love online is Ariana Grande.
No jokes, no way, I won't say it, no.
After the singer nailed her rendition of I Won't Say I'm in Love during the Disney Sing-Along in April, many fans are calling for her to play Megara.
I'm a damsel. I'm in distress. I can handle this.
In March, the reboot of the 1953 animated classic about a boy refusing to grow up found its 2 leads. Newcomer Ever Anderson, the daughter of actress Mila Jovovich, was cast as Wendy, and young British actor Alexander Maloney will play Peter Pan. Not much changed in Neverland for several months, but in July, Jude Law was cast as Captain Hook and will have some big shoes to fill. After rumors of Tom Hanks as Geppetto generated lots of heat in 2018, development cooled on the Pinocchio remake when Paul King, the man who directed Paddington and Paddington 2, had to pull out. But in January 2020, Robert Zemeckis closed his deal to direct and co-write the script with Chris Weitz, who wrote the 2015 reboot of Cinderella.
This is perhaps the greatest risk that any of us will take, to be seen as we truly are.
Casting talks haven't picked back up, but considering the history between Zemeckis and his leading man from Forrest Gump and Castaway, you'd have to think the role will go to Hanks if he wants it. We'd be lying if we said this was all there was to be excited about in the Disney Cinematic Kingdom. The Jungle Book is eyeing a sequel, Reese Witherspoon is still attached to play Tinkerbell in a TBD spinoff, and Hunchback of Notre Dame producer Josh Gad could very well be tapped to play the title role before the summer of 2020 is over.
In summer.